Yeah, we can just start. Yeah, when I'm.
Do I sound good?
Yeah, you
Dude,
sound
is the
fine.
camera on?
Camera's on and recording.
Well, here's the thing, and I'll start off talking on this one because, once you guys get into it, I'm gonna let you cook, and I'm gonna look at my phone the whole time. I hope that's okay, Sam. No, I feel like I'm getting to a point in my life where I don't have anything to say sometimes, but I do like hanging out with people, and then some. But like I like meeting people. I like getting to know people, but I've never really asked questions about people's lives much.
You sound like a guy on Chris Hansen when he's asking, "Why are you here?" It's like I just like getting to know people.
I think.
I like getting to know people, but I'm not the one to ask the questions about their lives or anything. So I let other people do but yeah, I don't know.
You're an old school guy. This is a way that like I think. There are guys who like the old cliche is like sometimes Ash will be like, oh, like Thomas, like what do you guys talk about when you hang out? And I was like, I've known the guy 4 years, and we know like enough about each other, but it's like guys don't share a lot of. I share personal information as like a funny thing or whatever, but it's like you are selective and intentional with your words. I'm one of those people that's just like I will just say shit, and sometimes it's worth a fuck, and most of the times it isn't. And then, but I think people usually sit somewhere in the middle. Whenever I meet somebody who talks too much, I'm like, God damn it, is that how I am? And it's like, yeah. But there are people just like, whenever you're sitting, like when I worked at Facebook, all right, I never understood the corporate world. I much preferred working in kitchens or like construction sites because like people are just funnier in general and they have better stories. You're at lunch at Facebook and you're eating the Facebook goy slop, the fucking like, just like jackfruit salad or whatever the fuck, and then a triple hazy IPA that's like for staff only. People are like, I just got a Belgian Maltese boo boo dee boo boo, and he is such a cute little doggo, and he knows how to fetch and play dog, and he knows how to fetch and play bark, and you're like, God damn. Dude, when I work construction, a guy told me about how he almost killed a prostitute. That's way better. I don't want him to do that again. But that's way better conversation.
What did he do?
There's a bunch of rub and tug joints out by the ship channel. It'll be called like massage number 3, or like beauty touch, and you go and like it's just stock photos of like an Asian girl's hand on a man's back, and that's like
the neon sign gives it away. Right?
Yeah, it's like beauty hand number 5, and and beauty's misspelled, and you're like, I don't think that this just massages in there, and you'd be 100% right. Anyway, I don't know. It's just who knows what those guys are telling the truth or whatever. It's like, yeah, she wasn't feeling it that day, and I was like, stop. I don't want to hear about this. Anyway, that is a terrible story. I didn't need to hear that, but it is more interesting than somebody being like, me and my hubby went all the way to Denver, and we saw a salmon. I'm like, dude. Start telling me about how your husband almost killed a guy.
Yeah.
Like this is the dumbest shit. So to your point, it's like quiet, intentional people who, when they speak, you are immediately interested in what they have to say. That is you. You have an ability to be funny in that way. Whereas like you meet somebody and it's like, I have a parrot and he's so cool, and you're like, you don't have to do that.
Well, a lot of times the things that I'll think of things to say, and then I have to catch myself because like. With that, what you were saying was what I thought from that was, there's not that many neon signs anymore. It's largely LEDs now.
Yeah.
And nowadays, it's more expensive to get neon signs than LED because there's not that many neon technicians anymore.
There's also not that much neon.
I like neon signs. I'm an old school guy. I've always wanted to have a neon sign out front of my place. Maybe a barbershop or something, but I don't really.
It's a cool word.
I don't really like barbershops. So there's really nothing that makes me happy. You know what I mean? I think I want to just have a backyard. I want to have a little shed, and I want to have a neon sign on the shed, and it just says Thomas's shed.
We've talked about this before.
And
but
I have a neon technician that comes every 50 years, and he swaps it out.
Every 50 years.
Thomas and I's like bloodline, like we're kind of genetically pre-programmed to like just need like an old shovel and like a beer and like a pair of shoes and a dog.
You know what I miss about back home? I miss having a vehicle that didn't work. It was such a, it's such a weird thing. I wish, dude. I really wish in the backyard there was just an old Monte Carlo that didn't even have like axles.
Yeah.
And I could just go look at it, and I'd never fix it.
Think about what it could.
It'd be there until I had to get rid of it, and then I'd be panicking. I'd be like, "Why do I fucking have this thing? I hate it. I never liked it." But yeah, you know, some guys, it's just, you just sort of piddle through life, and you learn, you pick up little things. You don't pass them on to anybody, and
you have no kids to teach. No son.
You sort of like, I kind of like. I'll tell people I like sort of doing like handyman stuff, like fixing stuff. That's not even true.
It's something like handyman stuff.
No, yeah.
I like handyman stuff.
I started giving candy to kids that made them sleepy.
I'd be the worst fucking type of guy like that, because I pull up in my van. I'm like, hey guys, if you I got some candy in there if you want to check it out. I got Butterfingers. I got a few different kinds of candy. If you guys like, I don't even know if you guys like candy. And they're like, well, they're like, well, we like candy, but it's mostly like a Halloween type thing, And so I'm like, I know it's not Halloween. It's some of it might be melted.
You're getting like roasted. Like you're the pedophile who's like not charming, and kids are like on the internet.
Yeah, you have no riz, a rizless pedophile.
They're just like on the internet too much, so like their understanding of things is like. Back in the 70s, you could be like, hey, I've got a marijuana joint. And like a 12-year-old would be like, oh, wow. And then, that's how Jeffrey Dahmer did everything.
Hey, guys, if you want to come in here, I got a bunch of scrap lumber you could look at. I got some MDF. I got some pine. I even got a few. And I'll show this to you if you're good. I got some 4x4 cedar, and none of it's split. It's not treated. It's raw, but I've been keeping it in a good condition. I keep the windows up whenever I park this thing at night, if you want to come look.
Every child now has like a Goku dab pen, so you can't even be like, I've got some beer.
I got Kai Cenat's back there if you want to go meet him.
What if a pedophile got on Pimp My Ride and they gave him the most conspicuous car of all time, and he didn't think about it, and then after he's trying to pick up children in like a Pimp My Ride car, and the kids are like, were you on Pimp My Ride?
We heard you like having sex with kids, so we put a big ass playground in the back of your van.
We're looking for a cream colored candy cream van. It's on spokes and vogues, and
it has an Xbox with two TV screens.
And
in the back.
if you pop the trunk, it has an LED sign. Right now it's LED. We couldn't find a neon technician for the van. Uh-huh. It says, hide your kids.
Trunk full of funk. I ain't never been a punk.
It says Candy Maine.
With a lollipop for the end. It's very, very
I would have been pretty easily abducted as a kid.
Crazy easy, dude.
Nah,
crazy.
I would have been really resistant.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
You're
really?
A fighter?
I'm just so cautious. I would have been like,
really?
My mommy really
Dude, I bet I could
told me
molest
what was
you
what.
now. I say, Sam, there's this big ass van you got to get into. The windows are really dark, but if you get in there, literally, I have the biggest. I have the biggest hot dog you've ever seen in there, and it's got fried onions on top of it.
Ew, I don't like onions. I would get into your van, and as I was stepping,
I'd be like, you're
pants.
such a pussy kid.
I was a pussy kid. I was a huge pussy kid. I was in elementary school. I'm the only child of old liberal parents in like a Republican town.
I think my family managed to give me childhood autism symptoms without me having it.
Yeah.
Because I used to, if I got excited, I would just like squeal sometimes.
Okay.
No, not like that. I was just like, I'd be like, I was just like, and then like it. And I also didn't know how to smile till I grew up.
There's a certain type
all my pictures up until like 19 or 20, if I'm smiling in a picture, it's like,
yeah.
Because and we would do like family photo shoots once every 10 years or so, and the photographer would be like, hey, Thomas, you want to crack a smile? And my parents would be like, oh, that's how he smiles. And I'd be like,
I think that like because of like the Southern thing where it's like averse to like you don't go to doctors, mental health is like not a thing. Like depression or anxiety or like social anxiety is like not a thing. They don't believe in it. So I'm of the opinion, because I've seen it firsthand, where it's like I have, let's say, an uncle, okay, or like a family friend who's older, and he's like really, really into rifle scopes, but he doesn't hunt, and he's into like the zoom, the lens, like getting the perfect tint on the lens to avoid lens flare, and he's like, well. So the thing about it is that when the light hits the right, and you're like, oh. You grew up in a time where there was no such thing as autism. It existed, but in your community, it's like, oh, Uncle Tim is just, he's really into fucking train gears. He's really into car radiators, and he can fix it, and he understands everything about it. So that's just a utility. It is not a thing that holds you back.
I do think people are over tested for
I agree.
autism. Now, and I like only within like the last 5 years. I feel like if you're a kid now, I feel like it maybe. I get it. If you have a kid, you feel like you want to take care of everything before they're older, so they don't get older and they're like, my parents fucking hated me.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I'm glad I was never like, had to get tested for a whole bunch of shit. Whenever I was in high school, I had to go to a psychologist because my doctor was really cautious about giving people like Vyvanse or Adderall.
Uh-huh.
So I had to get diagnosed with ADHD. And then the psychologist tried to throw a bunch of other stuff on there. And we were just like, no, good on that. We're going to take the ADHD diagnosis. Mm-hmm. BPD is for girls. I don't want that.
BPD is for girls.
No, seriously, I stand by that. This is BPD is for girls. Women, I will never have that.
Bipolar 2 is for men.
Oh, you took a 16-year-old boy to a psychologist, and it turned out he had maybe some hormonal imbalances. Maybe he had some issues with controlling his emotions at the time.
Yeah. All he can think about is pussy tits.
Yeah, at that age, you'd better, or you're a fucking psycho.
You're gay. Well, I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember, same thing.
Gay guys historically have never had any trouble. It's always been so easy to be a gay guy.
Yeah. That was backward of me to say. I do believe. I don't believe. I feel like I can 100% confidently say this is not a novel observation at this point, but like. The whole thing where people like the entire overdiagnosis of like, sometimes it's hard for me to talk in public. I've got a little bit of the spicy brain. I've got a little bit of the spicy test. I got a touch of the spicy. I've got neurospicy disorder.
No matter how hot a girl is on a dating app, if she says she's neurospicy, I will swipe left. We are not gonna get along.
Oh yes,
you're retarded, is what you are. You're not neurospicy. You are retarded.
It's like I'm not kidding, dude. It's like. I remember we're on the same age, so like this happened on Tumblr.
I'm 19, but
yeah. You are a sexy 19-year-old boy.
Thank you.
No, fucking like on Tumblr, like 12 years ago, it was like everybody was diagnosing themselves with insomnia because it was a cool thing to have, and it's like, oh, I've had so much trouble sleeping. I stayed up last night till 1 a.m. That's like I'm such an insomniac.
Look at my computer until 2.
Oh
my god.
Yeah, and you'd be like, you do not have insomnia. You were just on the computer, and they're like, wow, this is like you're like invalidating my like mental. And I'm like, yes, I'm invalidating it.
Yeah, it's not valid.
Have you ever met an insomniac?
They want to kill themselves. They're in hell.
Yeah.
You just need to close your laptop.
Yeah, you are overstimulated, and and then now, what it is it's like autism went from this thing where it's like. Your cousin who's like, I know all the Dragon Ball characters, and I know their heights and stats. And their heights and stats, I have all their figurines, and they live on my shelf. And then I keep all that. But then there's people that are like, sometimes whenever I listen to music, I go like this. It's because I'm neurospicy.
Yeah, it's because you're a grown up. And now you have to figure out how to be a victim when you're a grown-up who has money.
Yeah.
And you can pay your bills every month, and nobody's worried about you. And you're like, I kind of like it when people worry about me.
I'm still a little kid.
Yeah.
What if my parents still had to hear me complain?
Yes.
Every day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm navigating this new world now that I know that I'm a fucking loser.
Yeah. Or like I understand. And I want to make this very clear. I understand that, like, trauma and pain is real, and like your parents, whatever.
No,
blah. But like no, but like when people are like being
Girl, yes.
Girl,
oh
yes.
my god.
Trauma?
I was just talking to Kamala about this the other day.
But you're fucking like when like an adult,
That beautiful black bitch.
grown man or woman, whatever.
To me, she's
like,
a beautiful Indian bitch, actually. But sorry.
That's
My
right.
trauma.
I'm sorry.
But my trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Cameron just sit. We would go. My trauma makes me horny, or it's my trauma, and I'm like, dude, fucking.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. I'm really hypersexual.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a disease I have where you have to blow me every day.
And if you don't, then you're invalidating my suffering.
It makes I have a disease that makes me cheat on you.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit is like. With that one thread that was like, wow, I'm starting to think that maybe hypersexuality and infidelity might be a symptom of autism because you're not able to read social cues when relationships are ending. And so you act out. I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm so autistic, babe. Like, this girl had to finger my butt.
Yeah.
It was the only way that I could like stop stimming because I was just stimming at this house party and this girl sucked my dick so good that I'm no longer autistic. But it's just because of my neurospicy brain. My spicy degenerate brain. Like, dude, it's not.
No, it's you're a guy.
Right.
You want to come all the time and you have a character flaw.
Yeah, or just like, yes.
Or the relationship is bad and you shouldn't be in it.
Yeah, you should leave. But this stuff that normal people go through, like you were saying, like
pathologizing normal things.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm kind of a quiet loner. And you're, like that's just because of my like social, like I don't understand. I mask all. That's the masking thing. I get so tired from masking all day. I'm like, oh, you get tired from being in a workplace setting?
You think you're tired from masking? Do you know the things I'm going on up here that I want to say that I can't? Do you know the words I want to say in the office?
Yeah. I'm in traffic and I'm just like, you know how bad I want to roll down the window and let them all fly? Like, just the traffic words, you know what I mean? Like, that shit just... And I want it to stop, and I feel like it's peaking and finally coming down where, like, I understand that self-diagnosis, like, if you can't afford a doctor and you feel like you have depression or something, like, fine, whatever. But it's like, dude, no one cares.
The funny,
you roll down the window. Are you neurospicy?
You neurospicy piece of shit.
Yeah. I would say that. You know, one of the funniest kinds of like self-diagnosis or like self-pathologizing mental illness thing is this thing where someone will be like people don't understand like do we need, as people with like overstimulated because of our autism, we need DoorDash.
Yeah.
And then it's like, so you think it's somehow a slam dunk on me to be like, I'm so useless and retarded that I can't like cook myself like eggs. Like, oh, going to the grocery store is overstimulating to me. Like, oh, I get so overstimulated I can't handle anything. It's like, so you're saying you're so fucking...
You're a child.
There are people who literally have Down syndrome who like live in a group home.
They go to the store.
Who go to the store and then cook themselves eggs.
Yes.
You're saying you can't do that? Those guys are more together than you, and you think you're dunking on me by telling me that in like a Twitter thread?
Yes, yeah. You are saying to me as an adult with a job, you probably make like $100,000
Work from home.
Yeah. You are
fakest email job of his most emailist job of all time.
That you're so neurodivergent or whatever that you can't go to Walmart and get a sandwich.
Yeah.
You're telling me right now that
you can't go get bread, get ham, get cheese, get mayo, put it together in your kitchen. That the rest of your days, I'm so tired.
What?
Or like they'll be like showering. Like showering can be like overwhelming because of my autism. It's like, so you just like a stinky, useless lump, and you think that you're like you've won the debate by being like, actually, I'm so stupid I can't make a sandwich and take a shower. So aren't you a piece of shit?
All that's telling me is that if the Civil War happens or economic collapse drives people to do Mad Max shit, I'm coming to your house, robbing you, and killing you. If you're like, when people
your
are like,
leg is going to be on a grill.
Yeah,
I'm going to grill your thigh.
I don't even have to bring the chopper to your house. I'm just gonna fucking hit one of these on you. You're gonna shit yourself and die, and I'm gonna steal your canned goods.
Obviously, there are people who are literally so crazy, like someone who lives in an insane asylum.
Yeah,
that they actually can't. But that's like if what you're telling me in this Twitter thread is true, you should literally be like in a insane asylum for people who are completely crazy.
Yeah, you need to be in a place like I guess I have like
You need like a nurse then. Like
Yeah.
you're that but no, you're on Twitter arguing with me, so
Yeah.
I know this isn't true because those real people who are actually like that aren't on Twitter arguing.
No, my dad was not on Twitter in argument threads saying I'm neurospicy and I hear voices. My dad was alone in his apartment, like fucking smoking crack and being like, I'm like, that's.
But you know what? He could make a sandwich, man.
Yeah, he could make a.
You ever see a schizophrenic guy like fucking going off in public, like arguing with a garbage can?
Yeah.
And then after a while, they're like, and they go in a bodega and like get a sandwich. It's like they pause being crazy. Like, okay, I gotta get back to reality. I'm hungry.
My dad would at least go to work, so I'm like, that's another thing where I'm like, dude, the craziest guy that I ever knew also brought me into this planet, and we worked 60 hours a week as a forklift driver. Was he good at it? No. Did he get fired a lot? Yes. But he at least was like, I gotta get up at 5 in the morning and go to work every day. If I ever would have came,
It wasn't like I need DoorDash.
coming to my dad and be like, Dad, I think maybe you've got some trauma you need to work through. He'd be like, what? Like a fucking, what are you talking about? Like a girl or something?
Yeah.
He's then no, I ain't gonna talk about nothing. Why would I ever? And you're like, I'm not saying that's good. I think that's bad too. But there was this massive overcorrection of like, oh, we don't talk about our problems or whatever. And we went so far the other way where it's like, I know too much about people.
Let's talk only about our problems.
Yes.
It's so I see it so often on dating apps of like don't talk to me if you don't go to therapy. It's like, listen, the last 10 years of my life, I've about 8 of it I have had a therapist. I don't right now. It can be very useful, even if you don't have any specific really fucked up thing. It can absolutely be sort of like the gym for like keeping yourself in touch with your emotions. There are absolutely uses for it, but the idea that if you don't, this new thing of like, if you, just a normal person without any severe trauma, aren't in therapy, you're fucked up and doing something bad is new and really crazy. Like,
also,
it's the most evil people I've ever met were therapy devotees.
Yeah.
And the most sane, stable, kind people I know, 2 of 3 of them have like never been to a therapist.
Well, there's this idea that like, first of all, it's like $500 a month on top of medication.
You get, it depends on your insurance. I got lucky. I had good insurance.
But it's like, I had a therapist, and I realized like 6 months into working with her that I was like, oh, this is like modern therapy, and she would just tell me that everything that ever happened to me, like I'm right, and then all the people in my life were wrong, and I was like, dude, I'm growing.
Yeah, they'll be like, you should really like confront your mom about like a time
that
she was rude to you whenever you were 8 and she was $60,000 in debt.
Yeah, and all you kept yelling at her all day, Hot Wheel, Batman, and she just got off a 15-hour shift at the fucking Sonic, and it's like, you need to tell her that she was a helicopter parent and didn't let you grow. Yeah, I'm gonna tell my teenaged mother. I was like, that's the thing. Like, an exercise I want you to do, Jacob, is I want you to set boundaries with your mom and tell her how she wronged you or whatever. And I'm like, she had me when she was in 10th grade. I'm not gonna tell this lady who like worked 2 jobs in fast food to like feed me food to be like, hey, you yelled at me. You yelled at me and it made me scared and it made me have trust problems. Like, I have no interest in that. Or like, what good would that cause? Dude, the same shit when people like Thomas, I think we talked about this before. Like, when people are like, you need to confront your racist grandma at Thanksgiving.
No, you don't. You need to egg her on.
You need to wait 5 years.
What else do you think, Grandma? What else do you think?
Wait 5 years.
Yeah. All right, clock's ticking.
You need to start a podcast with your grandma.
Yeah.
Anytime your grandma says something racist, carry on.
Yeah. You just, well, like, I told Thomas this, but in 2020, like middle of the pandemic, and when everybody was like, I mean, not everybody, when you had reason to believe that it was like, I was like, fuck, the world's ending, dude. Like, I was genuinely scared.
Yeah.
And my mom, proud, dude, like so much confidence. She was like, guess who me and your grandmother went and voted for? My grandma's like on full blown dementia, just on the couch, like,
Sounds Chinese.
Yeah. She's dementia so bad she spoke perfect Mandarin. Yeah. I was like, Mom, you didn't take You did not take your 79-year-old mother to go vote for Donald Trump in the middle of a goddamn pandemic, did you? And she was like, it's our civic duty. And
In person, to vote in person.
Yeah.
Not this mail-in
Not
stuff.
by mail-in stuff.
Not this mail-in
Because you know who they're going to write it down for. Obama.
Obama. Dude, my mom used to send me email chains. Dude, I'm like 14 years old when Obama was running. Like, I cared so little about politics because I was so preoccupied that I had just figured out how to delete my browser history.
Oh, yeah.
When you learn that one and you're like, dude, I have God at my fingertips.
Dude, when we got a computer that had a version of Explorer that had that, because I started looking at porn on a browser, on an old computer that the Internet Explorer browser did not have a delete.
Yeah.
And maybe there was some way to do it that I didn't know, but there was not like a clear browser history, clear recent, nothing like that. So on the family computer, when I was like 11 or 12, I was jacking off to bigcocksex.com. And when I was like 17, when I was 7, bigcocksex.com. It was like 30-second previews I was beating off to. But when I was like 17 or 18,
Dude, you looked up big cocks?
no, I was
Dude, you're like,
what's the
dude.
first
I don't know. I don't remember how I used to find porn before like Pornhub. I guess I would just like peruse around.
There's
but
no
I
way that's what the
stumbled
main
upon-
website was called, dude.
I still remember.
There's no way that was what the most popular website was called.
It was the most popular website in my
Big
fucking
cock-
house, dude.
Dude, it's like what you talked to. I was talking to Ben. I was like, "What was your first thing?" And he's like, "Oh, it was like a bikini screensaver." I just jacked off to it for like a year because I was scared of. I was like, for me, it was like American Pie. I would just like whack off to the fucking DVD, like
Right.
the thing. It's very funny to just like you have the condensed like milk. Like sweet syrup. It's like, oh yeah, bikini babe screensavers and gifts. What about you, Sam? Big cock sex.
Yeah, bigcocksex.com.
Big hard cock sex.
But the thing is, I also would beat off to very like when I was like 13, 14, I remember jacking off to just TV. And I'd be under, like, I remember being one time, I was like maybe 12 or 13.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with a friend, Max, and we were on separate couches with blankets just beating off to the TV.
the stealth jerk. Yeah.
But no, we both knew we were doing it.
Oh, okay.
We weren't like pretending. We were like, let's jack off to TV. And it wasn't like sexy. It wasn't HBO. It was like NDC or something.
Yeah.
And we were just desperate to see some sexy lady. And I remember I busted watching a Burger King commercial with a sexy black girl and Daisy Dukes. And I was just like, yes, legs. Oh!
Dude, I do think that there's been like a diminished returns, like desensitization, because guys used to write songs about women's like collarbones.
I know.
Hot legs, like you just, it's
Yeah.
like none of that.
I'm so glad I watch porn just sometimes, but I don't think it's poisoned me because I still get.
You're still on the
I'm still
bigcocksex.com.
on
Yeah,
bigcocksex.com. I should check out if that's still a website.
You should buy the website. You're like, Mom, Dad, I need this I need the money for business.
Yeah.
Dude, what if that's how you got rich off owning bigcocksex?
Bigcocksex.com.
You just ran ads on it all day. That's crazy, dude. Well, like,
But like I still get excited when like a boob comes out in a TV show. I'm still like, oh shit, look at that! Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like I don't need like some crazy thing to get horny. I still.
Whenever I see boobs on TV, I go, "Pfft." Skip.
whenever I see a man's butt, I go,
I go,
pause.
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 Oh wait,
No.
Big Cock Sex on the family computer couldn't erase it.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
I
remember-
somehow never got caught. And I remember when we were like 17 or 18. This computer hadn't been in much use for a few years. My mom was like, "All right, we're gonna retire this computer and put it in the attic." Like tonight, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go see www.b. There it was, the first thing, Big Cock Sex, and they never found it.
Yeah,
I got away with it.
I
That
remember
is insane.
my dad.
I don't mean that
look
as
it up
an.
right-
I don't mean that as an insult. That is
I'm looking
fucking
up
insane. You've lived an insane life, my friend.
My dad fucking sat. We were in the
I'm gonna look up
family
Big Cock
room,
Sex.
which was the living room, which was where I slept, and so I spent a lot of time on the. They had like this old compact desktop that was like my grandma's, and
It just reroutes to ChatterBait now. Went to
Damn.
Big Cock Sex. It's
whatever
just
happened to
ChatterBait.
fucking real pornography.
Watch a little bit of ChatterBait on the podcast.
My dad sits me down, kind of like how, like the way your dad would sit you down and be like, son, this world, we got to give it all over to God. Like he just kind of sat me down, put his hand on my back, and was like, when you go on the computer, son, there's 3 little dots by the search engine. You click on that, and then you'll see something called browser history. and if you click on that, it'll say delete browser history. Now, I'm not saying nothing because I didn't know that browser history was a thing. I'm white as a sheet, dude, because I was old school, and my intuition, as many young men's intuitions are, is like you hit like 12 or 11. I started kind of early, but
3 or 4.
yeah.
Honestly, I was doing a little bit of porn viewing at like 8 or 9.
Yeah, 8 or 9 for me, and I was doing the
everybody else is watching Coco Mo, and you guys are like, ooh, yeah.
Oh,
dude. I wouldn't even. I would type in.
You're watching it on
sex.com.
Like boobies.gov.
Yeah, you're on a leapfrog, and you're like, this will do.
Yeah. And so like I guess when my dad showed me, right, like he like hit a letter and it was just like, yeah, hit B, and it would be like boobs, butt boobs, breast, bikini, butt, boob, butt, fuck, titty, pussy, ass. And I'm like, I don't know how I got there.
Did you have excuses ready to go in your head?
Fuck no,
I had prepared. I was ready to be like, oh my god, I clicked a pop-up and it must have downloaded a virus. I would not look at crap like this. we had a family friend who had very bad Asperger's. My mom sort of had to like, it's a long story. She kind of had to like look out for him sometimes, like hang out with him and help him with stuff. And he was probably, he would have been like late 40s, maybe 50 at the time, and I was 12, and him and my mom like were walking in on the street in Boston. He goes, so Sam, how much porn have you seen? And my mom was like, Arn, he's 12. And in my head, I'm like, how does he know? How does he know? And I was like, yeah, no, I've never seen that stuff. What are you talking about, dude? And he was like, yeah, right. Of course you have. My mom was like, that's disgusting. And he was completely right.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the social graces to be like, oh, I shouldn't ask this 6th grader how much porn he's seen, or like what's your favorite porn or something.
Remember my fiance was telling me
he was like the Gooner Rain Man.
Yeah.
He's like, I got it. Yeah, I know.
At 20 minutes and 13 seconds, Abella Danger pulls out her
big black booty. Yes.
He used to wear like way too small vests from a thrift store, and then he had a
huge curved penis.
At 19 minutes and 52 seconds, you can see a pulse in the vein.
This is a spectacular blowjob here. You can see because she starts crying.
Yeah.
And it's not her eyes are watering. There's a difference. Her eyes aren't watering. She's crying.
This was around when this porn star's dog died.
Yeah. You'll notice here that she's producing 0.3 ounces of spit per every suck.
This is when she broke her foot. You can see it's twisted. There's marks because they took the boot off before the shoot.
Those are those guys that pay like $4,000 to go to like the AVN like expo. Me and Thomas talk about those guys all the time where it's just like, dude, airfare, hotels, and then the VIP experience. Like,
they're fucking those porn stars, right?
No.
Some of them are.
Fuck no.
Dude, they are not.
Some of those ladies do just like a.
No, I don't think so, Sam.
Some of them do.
I don't know.
I've fucked them. I was kidding. I ever feel I paid $4,000 to fuck some porn star.
People have paid more, I'm sure. Look at Saudi Arabia exists as a country, you know.
Yeah.
No, I think a lot of those ladies.
I guess it's the United Arab Emirates.
Pricey. Now. They like build a fan base and like, hey.
Well, I know that like there was that whole like NBA thing where like a lot of the IG thotties were basically operating like Instagram back pages, where it's like they were like Instagram models with like 500,000 followers who also like fucked basketball. They're like, oh yeah, fly me out. They're like, they're not prostitutes.
Buy me a necklace.
Yes, yeah.
Not that like give me cash, like buy me something.
Buy me a Beamer, and then you can get a little bit of this. You know what I mean? But I would imagine that there's a huge difference between like I'm gonna fuck, the point guard, for whatever the Mavericks, blah 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 blah, versus like a 5'5" like pale eyes bloodshot, like dude with like the Hunchback of Notre Dame physiognomy, just like, hi, hot Janice Griffith, hi.
Is that a real porn star?
Yeah. She's the one that Dan Bilzerian threw off a roof. Did you ever hear about this?
He threw a chick off a roof?
So she's like a popular porn star who like
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, she was like in like the Free the Pussy.
Was it in like a CKY funny kind of into a pool way?
No, so
or
yes.
Was it like a?
So she sued him, and his side of the story was, he was like, Janice comes to the house, and I had a lot of porn stars at the house that day. I like to fuck. This is Dan Bilzerian, he's an idiot. And Janice says she wants me to throw her off the roof, so I do. I'm coked up. I'm on a shitload of Tren and D-ball. So fuck it. I throw a scroll off the roof, and yeah, we got up on the roof of my mansion. I've got a big mansion, by the way. And she probably weighed like 90 pounds, so I just overhead pressed her and threw her off the fucking roof and broke her leg.
Into a pool or what?
He threw her into the pool, but he half-ass tossed her, and like her front half of her body went into the pool, and then like her foot and her ankle like landed on the concrete.
Is that who you're thinking about with the broken leg?
No, I didn't. I was just making.
That is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I don't actually have a deep knowledge of what porn stars have broken their legs. That would be you. I would need to be executed. I think if that was the case.
Yeah,
if I had an injury, like for a team roster or something.
Yeah.
She's on the injury reserve right now.
It's like Shane's joke about like it's not good to hang out with guys who know like too many senators. It's like having a friend who knows too many porn star names.
Dude, my friend Alex, not our buddy Alex, he's a back home friend.
Alex, who was on the last video,
He was
episode,
blocked by Riley Reid, Remy LaCroix, and like Abella on Twitter, like Abella, whoever the fucking other like star, like I don't know. This was like 10 years ago, because he would just reply to everything they posted with please, PLS, just please, or like hey, or like hello, or like they would post like a picture of them, and he'd be like, yes.
And they blocked him?
He just blocked him, and then I would remember he got so mad at me. It was like the 4th of July. He's one of my closest best friends from back home. I love this dude. He's like shirt off the back kind of dude, but it was like 7 in the morning. He did this thing where he would post like rap lyrics about like, it'd be like, she suck on it till I bust in the Maybach. We were laid back, got her shit arched up. Like, dude, he worked for AT&T. He was a lineman. And it'd be like 6 in the morning, and he would just post like lyrics about like just like, damn, I can't wait to bust one today. Just super horny idiot. A lovable fucking shouts out to him. Anyway, I replied to him. I was like, Alex, bro, it's 6 in the morning. And he's like, you're always on my ass, bro. Stop worry about how I'm living, dude. I'm out here getting money 6 in the morning, and I'm rocked up, bricked. I'm like, I'm just saying, man, like it's weird to be this publicly hard. You know what I mean? And I was like, and then every time I brought up the fact that like Remy LaCroix like blocked him on Twitter, he's like, dude, that never even happened. I was like, you told me about it.
Oh, pull up her page right now and see if they're blocked.
Yeah, pull up her Twitter right now. And I was just thinking, I was like, dude.
He's like, we talked about it. She unblocked me. We talked about it.
Yeah. Like you think like you're like, damn, I put some numbers up in my teenage years, and then you meet a real a real gooner. You meet a real jerker. You're like, damn, I am not. I was never even really that big of a star. This guy's the quarterback. I was just riding the bench. You know what I mean? That's those guys at the AVN that there's a one picture I'm thinking of. It was the Blacked Expo, and it was just this guy like very rail thin. He looked like the
Blacked Expo.
Yeah, so it's a thing that you pay more money to get into.
He paid money to get into.
Yeah. Where you get to hang out with all of the male porn star black guys that are always in all the pictures, and the girls that they have sex with. And the guy that did the shooting, what's his name? Adam Lanza.
Adam Friedland.
Yeah.
Adam Friedland. Lanza.
He was like just school shooter phrenology.
Yeah.
And he was smiling like this. And his arm was around one of the like guys who was like 6'6", yoked as fuck, and his other arm was around one of the girls. I forget her name, and I was like, "This is somebody's kid, dude."
Yeah.
Not the porn stars, because
No.
that is true for them, and that's the whole like, "Oh, that's somebody's daughter." I don't, whatever. She's making fucking big ass money.
Yeah.
That guy in the middle, some guy, fucking in Iowa somewhere that owns a mechanic shop is like, my boy.
Yeah.
He's out there hanging out with these black fellers what fuck girls in their butts. And I gave him money for school, and
that's his version of like meeting an NBA star and a cheerleader.
Dude, yeah. Some guys are like, yo, do you imagine being like, dude, I jack off to you every day.
Yeah. A friend of a
That's
friend.
what podcast meetups are like.
Yeah.
Dude, I beat off to you every day.
Your voice gets me so hard, brother.
I love your timber.
Yeah, your timber.
A friend of a friend, she's a very hot girl, and she got flown out by some NFL player for a weekend to like hang out and fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that he screamed every time he came, which is so funny.
That's awesome.
Some enormous black guy just.
Yeah, I did this. I was very close friends with this girl in college who told me that Riff Raff had like DM'd her, like right after she like graduated. He was like doing a show in Houston. It was like right after she like graduated high school, and was like, "Yo, come to the fucking studio. I got so many bitches here or whatever." Allegedly, she was like, "Oh, I don't have a car," and he's like, "Oh, it's fine. I'll have somebody come pick you up." And She's just telling me that, like, she gets there and it's like, it's all hearsay. Who knows if it's true? But it was just like riffraff, like geeked the fuck out. It was like right around the time he started like doing steroids and cocaine at the same time. Rich piana disease or whatever. And then it's just like one fat black guy and then just like 15 white women aged like 18 to 20. And she was like, I should not be here. I thought we were going to smoke some weed and I was going to listen to like some music. That's happening, but I feel like something incredibly evil is about to happen, allegedly. And I was like, yeah, no, that was probably like, as a guy, you don't have too many situations like that, but I feel like women, especially hot women, like you have so many situations I've heard from friends where it's like something really bad almost happened, and I just happened to leave, around the time that the shit got weird or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Yo, come through. We're about to record an episode. It's gonna be a movie. You know what I mean? It's gonna be crazy.
Podcaster.
You guys just fuck my ass.
Sam, come over.
Sam, come over.
It's just a bunch of guys that look like you sitting on the floor, just like
just 15 balls.
Just sharing a vape.
Yeah.
Passing it down the line.
Yeah. Thomas, do the robot voice. But let me see that butt.
Let me see your butt.
Let me see those balls, brother.
Let me see your balls. I need to see your ass.
Whenever they invent sex robots in like the weird intermediary period where they don't have the voice right, like how ChatGPT right now is like an uncanny valley thing. Is like, I will take off my shirt and expose my breasts to you, and I'll suck on your penis, and you're like,
do you like my pussy?
It's like the battery dying, so the voice gets quiet.
Do you
like my?
Do you like my?
Do you like my pussy?
Do you like my boobs? Battery low.
Do you like my ass? do you like my balls? It like switches in between gay and straight setting. It's like a short. Do you like my penis?
After this, we should get lunch or something.
Oh yeah, realistic girlfriend setting. This is after babe.
You're breathing into my ear again.
You're on my hair.
There's something that I've been thinking about. I was just thinking, it's just very funny that that girl that I knew in 3rd grade, she follows you on Instagram.
It's funny we can never just watch a movie. I thought we were just going to watch the movie.
You always put on something that we've seen, and you try to touch my
Why do you
penis.
want to watch the Minions movie again?
Why do you? Every time we watch the Minions, you try to have sex with.
Banana.
Why have you painted me yellow?
It's like an LLM, so it learns from that which like it consumes. So it's like you're fucking it, and it's like mogogangi, mogoganga, mogoginga, mogobambo.
Bat boy.
Would you sing your Drake version?
I don't know. I don't know.
I
what
love
it
it
is.
so. I don't know
He
why.
texted me that at like 6:30 in the morning.
It's so funny.
I don't know the words.
It was-
to it.
I got it right here,
Bingy,
brother.
mogoganga.
I got it right here. Hold on. I sent it to like 3 people. I thought it was so fucking funny.
Oh yeah. Kiki, Mobanani, Mogadopi, Scoba Wanagaba Pana Scoba Mobi, Scoba Moga, Scoba Miki, Scoba Moga Mo.
Yeah. I had like woken up early as fuck to like get some work done, and it was like, it was the first day. Like I think the day before, Thomas, you had like, or maybe 2 days prior, you'd be like, dude, I gotta find a job like soon. And I was like, yeah. He texted me that. I was like, somebody please hire my friend. He's really like just sitting in your apartment at like 7:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, like. Maga bingo, sapa kapa tiga baga daga ganga.
I rolled out of bed and it was there already.
Sometimes you wake up and you just got it in there. You know what I mean?
But I think if I could be a professional minion, maybe that could be good.
That would be up. I bet there's people in Times Square.
Yeah, I could be Kevin.
Yeah.
He's the famous one.
Yeah, they're like the one everybody likes.
Yeah, everybody. It's funny. Everybody talks about Kevin, but like nobody talks about like Steve or
Bob.
Yeah.
Minion replaced.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Banana.
Yo, man, I like the Minions pretty a lot.
Yeah, you and Cameron and Ben are
They're
like.
fucking actually. Have you seen the first 15 minutes of the Minions movie?
Palamata.
Mocha.
Oh. Skabaduku.
Robot girlfriend is like, Thomas. Oh, Thomas. Oh, Tom. Bang, guys. CB Bob go.
Tamamapu.
Entering minion mode.
Yeah, it's kapadipi.
The fucking you and Ben.
Arigatou.
I don't know. Ben will be like, yeah, he'll just send me a picture of his lunch, and it's like cut up hot dogs and macaroni or something. You know what I mean? Like, when I first became friends with the guy, like 2016 or 17, before I guess any of his many endeavors, he would send me that shit, and I'm like, well, this is a struggling stand-up comedian. I eat fucked up depression meals too. And then like the guy starts making like, good money, and he gets successful, and he would send me and Cameron, he'd be like, lunchtime, and it would just be like it would be like ketchup on an Easy Mac cup with like half a hot dog in it. And I'm like, dude, stop. And then he would be like, what? And then like 2 hours later, he would send me a picture of like him watching Minions or like The Rise of Gru, and he's like, my favorite movie of all time. And I'm like, dude, I think my friend who has a bunch of money might also be retired. Like, I'm so proud of him.
The first 15 minutes of the movie Minions is fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's good, dude. When the Minions on the therapy couch, he's like, oh, banana. He's like on the therapy couch talking about his trauma, but he's saying like Mokascopo.
Mokasco.
It's so funny.
We were talking about the trad wife thing
Bellini.
earlier.
Actually funny.
Bellini.
Get me in that room, dude. Get me in the fucking
The writer's room.
Oh my god, just a bunch of people like, what if he said Mokascopy
Yeah.
and Scopa Mocha?
It's like the Chappelle Show writer's room. It's like Neil Brennan and a bunch of like Jewish alcoholics, and then like a bunch of like Paul Mooney's like, what if the motherfucker said
Banana.
Mogagagu? What if that little piece of shit said something like banana? What if that? Okay, all right, yeah, no black minion. What if one guy was like,
Millennium.
yeah. What if guy was like, do. Yeah, shit.
The one black minion talks normal.
Hey, what's up, you guys?
What's up, guys?
Hey, Gru, how's it going, man?
The one, like, he's straight up. They're all yellow. He's just like black, just black. And his eyepiece is just just glassed the fuck out.
He has two human eyes.
He is all black guy.
Yeah. He's just a black dude in overalls. Hey, what's good? What's going on?
What's up, Kevin?
Banana. Yeah.
Banana.
Mocha. Mocha.
Mocha. Kevin. Hey, Kevin be on some
Hey,
shit.
come on, man.
Hey, easy. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I
They're
know.
all saying racist shit. All the minions are saying racist shit.
Yeah.
Mocha, banana,
Beep.
banana.
Beep.
Ah.
It's like, man, I don't like the way you said banana.
Yeah,
like,
hey,
there's a dark connotation to that.
Oh.
How come every time I'm in the room, when I leave, y'all motherfuckers be saying stuff like gonga ginga and shit like that, and then every time I walk through the fucking door, it's mocha and banana. I listen. I heard y'all before I came to the fucking door.
I feel like I can't eat a banana at work.
I feel like every time I leave, I tell Gru, I can hear y'all from the break room, and y'all are saying googa gonga, baba sodobo, biko biko. You know, you shit, right? The things you be saying. And then I walk in the room and it's mocha banana.
One time, I swear, when you motherfuckers say watermelon. Now that y'all not supposed to talk.
Y'all not supposed to know what words.
You don't know those syllables.
Y'all are just onomatopoeias. Y'all say boingo boingo. I walk in the room, it's mocha banana.
No, kamanimo. Go. Kabalala.
It's like explaining it. No, not about all.
Hey, oh, it's called. Oh, you meant to go.
I was talking about
Y'all Chinese motherfuckers disgust me.
Y'all don't start talking at the side of your
Chinese motherfuckers.
Don't start talking at the side of your fucking neck right now. I walk in the room, it's mocha banana. I want you to say it. Mocha banana. He's all like apologetic.
Hey. Oh.
He takes the minions to HR.
Oh yeah. The HR lady is a minion.
She's like, mocha banana.
just gesturing. I was talking banana.
Kevin.
I gotta look up some minion talk so I can do the voice better.
Kevin. Mocha banana. Megano bogey.
Hey, listen. I think she says no more mocha banana. I'm mocha banana. I got banana.
Popa?
Popo.
Baboy. It's gonna be
Wakanda.
Oh, Wakanda.
Oh, Wakanda.
banana, dulce.
Oh my god. Mocha banana no. Wakanda.
Popeye.
Bà go go. Kem ama mo nyama go ba oh ba go nyama. Cha ba go ba go mo ka banana go.
Y'all nasty motherfuckers. I came in the break room.
Scoba. Mocha banana. Naka go gangi mocha scoba. Oh scoba. I love you. Scoba.
Yeah, you're fucking a minion in the middle. It goes fuck.
Para.
Fuck me.
It just sounds like Josh Brolin in No Country for Old Men.
Look at those.
Shit.
Oh shit, fuck me.
Oh bananas. Banana.
Banana mocha.
Mocha Boku.
No.
Scoba Manu.
Just a really serious period western with Josh Brolin, like
Bellini Scoba Lopo. Hey. Doko Morago. Scoba Maga. Mocha Banana.
he's translating for the minion, who's like an old west Spaniard trying to get steel work done with like a Carnegie.
Yeah,
The
they have
boy says that he's willing to trade you 38 tons of galvanized steel, but he wants the engines off his property. He also is willing to trade you 12 black boys for just a little bit of copper. If you got it, you're willing to do it. Mocha Scopa Banana Go-Go. He says that's a good goddamn deal so long as the Lord wills it. You understand? Mocha Scopa.
Imagine being in minion court.
Bagabogo. Bagabojo, your pabo, cho, si better bitch. Baby, boy, spinach you. Well,
15 years hard labor.
Gama jambam. Bobo.
That sounds really Chinese.
To catch a minion. Mocha Dogo Bogo.
No, Baba Jabogo. Makoya,
Just waddling out of just off the corner. Just sitting.
Why don't you take a seat? Mocha.
Oh.
No, mocha.
No banana. No
There's like
banana.
18.
There's a little like 4-inch tall minion in the corner in a dress, just blushing, just like
Decoy.
yeah. Decoy. Pulls up the screenshot of the web like the fucking chat room, and it says
Now,
minion.
Now, is it true that you told
you
her?
sent a picture of your banana to a minion you believe to be 4 years old?
Now, I'm not seeing any overalls in these pictures. And it looks like your weird glasses thing is gone too.
It just says bingo bongo, 10. Bingo bongo, ton ton pono moco do boco.
You said you were here for papaya.
It says you were here for bongo bingo. Now, my minion's kind of rusty, but that means hand job. Boca, boca, dico. Boca, 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 boca.
Scoba.
Wait, with their 3 fingers. No, it's Gabogo.
I love that, like, the minion is like kind of replaced like the Tweety Bird for like the trashy fat white woman. Like they have them like on their moo-moos and
They
stuff.
just need some small yellow thing.
Yeah. So my aunt, her whole house was covered in like Pillsbury Doughboy and like Tweety Bird stuff, and she was the one that was like hugely jumbo, got gastric bypass, and then got hugely jumbo again, which is like
Jumbo.
insane, dude. Like,
just you must love to fucking eat,
dude.
Just
It's crazy.
go
Like
through a lap band like that.
when I was a kid,
Just drinking syrup to slowly stretch it out.
when they would like make breakfast, they would get the tub of Crisco out and then just throw it in the cast iron, like
The whole tub.
no, like they would get like one of those big metal ladles
like
and
ice cream
just
scooper.
thunk, put it in there. Dude, it would be like a pack of bacon. It's not necessary. You don't need
Oh
that.
my god, are they still alive?
They are just barely.
How old?
Late 40s, early 50s.
Okay, so
Something
they're,
like
they're on the way out.
that. Yeah.
Oh no.
No bone.
Oh
Dude,
no,
my uncle,
banana.
her husband, he told me one time he was driving around downtown Houston. He was going to like get a gun or something, and he saw Quan LX, and he was like, I revved my engine to that motherfucker. I put her in neutral, and I just rolled down the window, and I was about ready to run that over. Telling me this, I'm like 15. And I was like, you were gonna run over like a black activist? And he's like, yeah, I don't like the way he fucking talks. And I was like, dope. This is Christmas, bro. We're all here for Christmas, and he would
eggnog on his upper lip, talking about running over a black guy.
yeah. He's just like sucking down like a pork bone, and he's just like,
it's Kevin behind the wheel. Boga.
Moga, banana.
He's in custody. He's like, Gru, it'll be moga.
It's a Minion with the Richard Spencer haircut. It's like little Pepe the Frog pin on his overalls. Mocha banana.
It is so funny that they were like, yeah, and then in the 1930s they went to Antarctica. It is so convenient that the Minions.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, like,
I forget. Is part of their lore? Did they help Genghis Khan?
I think like what's funny is if you decontextualize it from like a movie, they're just this like slave force.
They're watching him. They're watching him do his thing. Oh, Genga.
Yeah, they're watching him just like skin an 8-year-old girl alive. Genga gongo. No. Yeah, the fucking
Getting shot with arrows as they try and scale the Great Wall.
Ow.
Oh.
Yeah, it's considered like historians argue they're like, wow, how was he able to take over? People were terrified of Genghis and the Horde. They built a wall to keep that motherfucker out, and people knew that if he showed up at your doorstep, it was over. How did he do it? How was he able to get all the warlords together and then it just like
Stuart, Bob.
You get in a time machine and then like you're able to experience history through the lens of like being able to actually witness it, and you go back in time and Genghis Khan just finds a yellow guy in a cave and he's like, what's all right?
I probably did.
And the guy's like, minga minga, and he just pulls out a big ass butcher sword, like a fucking Buster sword. Fucking Boomhauer Minion. A Minion and Boomhauer having a complete. It's like guy speaking Cantonese or guy speaking Mandarin. They can kind of figure it out.
Banana. Mocha. Banana.
Banana, mocha, dinga dinga.
God dang it, Stuart. Scobamopey.
Damn it, Kevin, mocha doka. Dad, I think you just called him a bad word. Hank, them Minions are yeller, which means they're communists. You should not associate with them.
Now, Hank Hill, Scuba Moopy, Doga Papaya.
Uncle Hank.
God dang it, Peggy. Gelato papaya.
Damn it, gelato, mango, papaya.
He knows so few.
Yeah, he's
It's so hard to come up with new ones.
Well, because it's like onomatopoeias and fruit. Yeah. Yeah. Bobby just going as a Minion for Halloween, and like Hank, because he loves his son, is just taking him door to door, but he really wanted Bobby to be a cowboy. And he's just like, Bobby's like, mocha banana, and Hank's like, oh yeah, son, mocha. Oh Lord.
He's dressed as Gru.
Yeah. I'm here to take over the world with my son, Bobby. Mocha banana.
I mean, Kevin.
Hank Hill. Why you wear glasses, balding man? Dude, my favorite fucking scene of all time, my favorite episode of that show is when him and Cotton go to Japan and he shows
I
him,
just watched that like 2 weeks
introduces
ago.
him to his half brother, and
So
is like,
good.
my name's Hank. I am Donchito. It's just like Asian Hank Hill or whatever. God
Great
damn it.
app.
Yeah. Fucking Mike Judge, the genius.
We love Mike Judge.
Yeah. Dude, when he was on Jackass and he was like blowing air into Preston Lacey's asshole with that like fireplace, I was like, dude, imagine making like King of the Hill and like all these like great just cultural things, and then you also just get to do that. You're living the best life. Yeah, you're the best life possible.
Fucking dream.
That's so awesome. I like who was the guy? Did you see the new Jackass? You guys see the new one?
No.
There's a guy in there, Poopies.
Poopies is insane, dude.
He just like he was on an interview and he was saying that he just like didn't have any money and was just doing all this stuff like getting eaten by sharks and shit. And I was like, God damn, that's like I would do a lot of things for money, but shouts out to Poopies.
Poopies is insane.
There's a grown man named Poopies.
Oh, Poopy.
Poopies mocha banana.
Oh, Jacka.
Jaka. Jacka.
Jacka banana.
Jacka banana.
Jacka banana poopy.
Jacka banana poopy. They're talking to a gay guy.
Oh, Jacka banana poopy.
Steve-O.
Steve-O.
Wee man.
We
Yeah,
He's a minion.
Yeah,
yeah. They're like, they're,
Bam.
Bam.
Bam, my paper.
Yeah, Bam Bam Peppa. Dude, didn't I was
Oh.
Bill.
Oh.
Don Vito? He dude, I love that he
Oh, tocha mocha.
he was taking pictures. He was taking like underskirt photos on girls on the train. Don Vito, or he
It was at like a meet. It was at a meet and greet, right?
It's a very sad story. He was extremely blackout drunk, and he had vision problems. This doesn't excuse it, but he would often go to strip clubs and do events at strip clubs, and the girls would he'd grab adults' boobs, and he was at a signing in the afternoon, and he drunkenly grabbed a 12-year-old's boobs. Now that's bad, but I don't think he was like, ooh, a 12-year-old, time to molest her in broad daylight in front of a crowd. I think he had a horrible drinking problem, made a terrible
It's funny
mistake.
that he was like a
And
good
then he died.
He's a good skateboarder and was
Don
in
Vito?
No, Bam, because like you shouldn't get to meet people's families in that way. I would never want a TV show where like my uncle is on it.
Yeah, I might like that.
Yeah, maybe
That might
actually.
be kind of good.
Yeah, my
Your big fat jumbo.
racist uncle. Yeah. He has a bunch of rumor has it he has a bunch of like cash like stowed away from various
Your uncle?
yeah because he doesn't believe in banks, and so he's like I think the term is like he got like redneck rich from a couple settlements, and so he just is like he'll have like
Slip
a
and
boat.
falls?
Yeah, but maybe yeah, allegedly. But he'll have like a jet ski. He's got like 60 guns in the house, and his son, my cousin, did like a negligent discharge like 4 or 5 times, which at that point I don't know if it's negligent or you're just like firing the gun in the house, and it almost like hit the grandson or whatever, and they will brag about that to people. You run into them, it's like, yeah, I was just let a couple rounds off in the trailer. I was like, oh, cool. And like, yeah, almost got with the kid. And you're like, oh shit, are you not having guns anymore? Nah, sometimes you just almost like kill somebody, and that's the fucking way. That's how you're
I
supposed
watched
to
a
be.
TV show about those guys.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good show.
Yeah. What's the swamp show with like the Louisiana guys? But they're not good. My family's not good at anything. They're not like
Yeah.
trappers or anything. You know what I mean? Fur traders, whatever the fuck.
They ain't trappers.
Mocha dinga. Mocha. Damn. Fuck.
You got it.
Hank Hill in the studio with fucking like Future and Young Thug, and they're just like trying to get him to like do ad libs. Sliding on them. Brat. Brat. On phone them. On phone them. That would be crazy.
That
wacky.
would be zany.
That would be so wacky. Oh my god. Oh baby girl. All right, I think this is in an hour. I hope the camera recorded all of it. This is the
Thank you
video
guys.
episode.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys for
A
listening.
minion,
and Sam,
a
let's
minion seeing
plug-
Drake and Mocha Pedo.
Mocha pedo.
Sam, you want to plug your stuff?
Just Real Online Boy on every platform, and then I do Sincere Music as Online Boy.
Nice.
Very nice. Go
Check
check
that shit
out
out.
check out all Sam's stuff.
Thanks for listening.
Funny gentleman. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.